Hey lovies, this is Michelle here at Life Mantra Tarot. I hope that you guys are all well on this lovely Thursday evening, or depending on the weather where you are. I'm hoping that you had a good day. My day was quite interesting. My kids, meaning my students, were little busters, but it's okay. That's what I call them. I don't want to say that they're being jerks. Um, but no, seriously, I love my babies. Um, but they definitely were, having some moments, and you know, it was an interesting day. All of the other teachers looked at each other and were just like, "Guys, what the heck just happened? They gave us a run for our money today," and it just be like that sometimes. But anyway, like I said, I hope you guys are well. Um, so. So without further ado, as we saw that this is going to be a kind of like a what's brewing reading, what's the tea basically. There's so many people who already do these kind of readings, so I'm trying to do it a little bit different. But um hey Monica, how are you, love? Excuse me. So yes, we're just not gonna see what happens. So for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. For those of you who've been rocking with me for a little while, thank you for the continued support. Greatly appreciate you guys. And we're just gonna see what spirit has to say, what the collective needs to know at this time for their highest good. So let's get started. All right, spirit. So what does the collective need to know at this time for their highest good? Clear us their most accurate messages possible, please and thank you. um yeah, so what's going on with the collective right now? Energy that's going on around them or coming towards them, warnings, things that they need to know, so on and so forth. What's going on? Cards were about to fly out of my hand. They're like, oh, we got a lot to say. um, I'm happy you're well. Yeah, I got out of work about 3 hours ago. About 3 hours ago, I got out of work. So I hear you on the getting out of work and ending the work day. Definitely hear you on that. Where do you live anyway? If you don't mind me asking, what state? What state you repping? I'm in Connecticut. Right on the New York line. All right, Spirit, what does the collective need to know at this time? Here's the most accurate messages. Thank you. Oh, okay. So you're 3 hours behind me. My son is out in California, so yeah. That's what I figured I'd ask, because I'm like, wait, she's just getting out of work? Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right. So the first card out we have Unfazed is here. So it's giving me like this just unbothered energy. You guys are just in your Zen space. You might frequent little coffee shops or tea shops that kind of have that vibe to it. um, God bless. I hope I say this right. Zimon. Um, I'm hoping that this message finds you well, and that maybe we see something, or when I say we, this mean like for the collective, maybe you'll see something that'll kind of help kind of get you, in a better headspace and a more warmer heart space as well. We'll see what comes up. Tell us more for the collective. Thank you. So we have girl fight. We have arguments, physical fight, at war, competing. So now keep in mind this is a collective reading, so it's not going to resonate with every person who's watching, but I am getting like this energy of people who might have someone of the same sex who like competes with them. For some of you might have even had a physical fight with this person, um, which is wild, because like you would think that that we will be in enough of a Zen space where we don't have to be in that energy. But people take us out of character, and sometimes things happen, and you gotta, throw some hands. I haven't thrown hands in a very long time, and I don't want to go to that old Michelle. I'm in a different headspace. I've worked on these things, but Doesn't mean that people don't try to compete with my energy. And you know, the thing is this, guys, people cannot compete where they can't compare. So just keep that in mind, because people might try to be on your level, but they're not there. I just heard that song. I forget who sings it, but this is what I think we're talking about, like late 90s, early 2000s. Get on my level. What? Get on my. So it's probably early 2000s. I think it's like a Little John production. Get on my level. What? Get on my level. Like, you know, people trying to, you know, be in your energy and just can't quite be there. I'm getting that for a lot of you. This is a more feminine energy. Take it as it resonates. Tell us more. Oh boy. So we have romantic love affair, sex fix, secret lover. Secret lovers, that's what we are. Perhaps this competition happened because there was some type of secret affair or something like that. Again, take it as it resonates. So I'm already getting that this, Lord, you guys can't make this up. Look, even if I wanted to make this stuff up, I can't, right? Because what I was about to say, it sounds like a karmic. What's on the bottom? Bad karma. So I feel like this might have been like a karmic energy or something that was going on. So for those of you who do end up resonating with this message, because again, this is not going to resonate with everybody, but for those of you who it does resonate with, I'm getting there was basically a karmic partner who had you in competition with somebody else. And I'm getting that they probably want you back, because that's why you're unfazed by them. Like, you're not worried about them at all. You're just kind of focusing on yourself, and you're just like, yeah, I'm good, you know? And they're going through bouts and bouts of negative stuff coming their way. We don't want that for anybody, right? We're vibrating high, you know? When they go low, we go high. So it's like, you know, hey, queen, you know, on one, and it's like, you know, when people like give you the shitty end of the stick when it comes to certain situations, it's like naturally we want to, you know, we almost want to see their downfall happen. But the other thing about it for me is like, I think a lot of us are vibrating in this place where we're, you know, again, we're in this energy, right? On phase. You're not trying to be in competition. You don't necessarily want to see bad things happen to a person or people or whatever. It's like, you know what, I mean, they'll reap their karma regardless. Whatever happens is what happens, right? For some of them, they might be getting ready to get their car repossessed, carless, no car, repo, and car issues. So that they might be going through some car issues. It came out in a challenging position. So I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if they're getting out of car issues or it's like something that's about to get ready to happen or something. I don't know. But the point is, a lot of this has to do with because they have a lot of bad habits. We have drugs, addictions, and toxicities. So it's like a lot of their negative habits and things like that, and negative traits and things of that nature, are putting them in a position where like. And the thing is, I just got another message too. Like this carless card, it might not even be like literally like they're carless. It could just be saying like they have no sense of direction in their life because of shit like this. You know, they're I just heard down bad. Like they're down bad right now. Like they're not in a good place. It could literally mean that they're carless or about to be. But for others, it's just, you know, their karma, you know, it's kicking their ass. And on top of that, it's like, you know, because of the stuff that they've been into that's not so good for them, whether it's like physical and chemical dependencies, or it's just, you know, bad and I don't want to say the word bad, but let's say negative traits and things of that nature. You know, it's causing like a downfall for them in some ways, especially when I feel like it comes to like down to like the more like monetary slash very 3D things, right? Their money situation is kind of screwed up. Maybe their home life situation is screwed up. I'm getting stuff like that. Tell us more. But the thing is, it's because they, you know, they put you in a position where they had you in competition with somebody else, you know, and you moved on from this situation. And guess what? They're watching you from fake accounts. So we have fake accounts, fake social media accounts to spy, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. So, for some of you who end up resonating with this message, there's, people, from your past, I'm getting, like, who don't have access to you like that anymore, who are starting, or making fake accounts, watching you on those accounts, and just, checking your every move. I don't like it. Tell us more. Tell us more. Getting a download. I'm not sure if, take this as it resonates, it's not gonna be for everybody, but I'm getting that for some of you, this person, they might have like a issue with their sinuses. Like either they have like allergies, like really bad allergies, or like they had to like get their I think what are they called, adenoids or something like that. Adenoids like shrunken. They might have polyps in their nasal passages that might give them like really bad like sinus infections. I just got like this weird sensation here, like out of nowhere. I was fine just a second ago. All of a sudden, like my nose like feels weird. And I've had like sinus infections and stuff before, so those are not fun. But like I'm feeling like pressure like right here. So take that as it resonates. That could be very, very specific for somebody. That might be a indicator of who this person might be for you. We have before I even really had a chance to shuffle, card came out. We have cyberbullying. I feel like that's related to this fake accounts card. It says you're being bullied online, or they are. There's a typo on this card, so don't bear with me on that. They have suffered from it. I don't like they put like 3 extra words that were not supposed to be there. They has suffered from it. Oh, I see what they tried to do. They should have put see, this is me being like grammatical police over here and shit, between grammatical errors and punctuation. Yeah, I just feel like, as somebody who wants to make a deck soon, I do feel like you got to be very, very mindful of, those kind of things, but whatever. So we do have cyberbullying, and I do feel like it falls. Somebody also might be from the South, or this person that they're dealing with is from the South. Take that as it resonates, because when my accent comes out of nowhere like that, it's pretty strange. Being that I'm all the way up north, Connecticut. But I'm getting that like this person might like be, the fact that they have fake accounts, I'm getting that in some cases, take it as it resonates, for some of you, they use those fake accounts to bully you online some kind of way. And that shit's weak as hell to me. It's like, really? Like, we're grown-ups here. Like, why are we being cyberbullies? Like, that's what we hear like little teenage kids doing. Like, we're grown-ups. Like, why are we playing these games? Like, get over yourself. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm just getting kind of that energy. Or like, let's say for somebody else, like, let's say you're dating, right? And they find out who you're dating, they'll like have this fake account, and they'll like go talk, if their shit sets, that person that you're talking to or dealing with, if their stuff is set to public, they might be going on there saying some foul mouth shit on there, just to kind of get a rise out of the person you're dealing with, because you're like, oh, they're never gonna know it's me, ha ha ha. Like, bro, get over yourself and get a life. Like, what is wrong with you? Tell us more. People are wild. People are fucking wild. You have divination abuser. Now be careful with this, because being that obviously if you're watching this, you're probably pretty spiritual yourself. Now this person might know that you're spiritual, or they're spiritual themselves. They might turn to, like, it's her witch doctor. They might turn to people who like practice like, you know, the darker stuff. And there's nothing wrong with like witchcraft and stuff like that, because there's good witches and there's bad witches, blah blah, you know, all that stuff. I'm not going to sit there and knock nobody's form of divination or, you know, their spiritual practices, things like that. I will never knock anything that people do. I just think there's always a right and wrong way to do these things, you know. Because you can use tarot even in a negative way too. You know, it just depends on what you do with it. And, you know, this is a form of divination. So all I'm saying is I'm not going to sit there and knock what people do, but just understand that there are people who don't always use this type of modality in a positive way. That's what I'm trying to get at here. So just keep that in mind. So with divination abuser here, I don't know if this is somebody who practices themselves or if they go to a person who practices and they don't want good things. Like they might be asking for spell work and things like that to try to get you back or try to put bad juju on you, that type of shit. So I'm just saying you might want to do some cord cutting yourself, or, you know, look into seeing if someone might have put something on you, that kind of thing. If you're into this kind of thing and you know how to look into it yourself, you know, see if that's something that somebody might have done. I'm just getting something along those lines. So just be careful. Tell us more. What else does the collective need to know? And because it is Thirsty Thursday, and I do this even if it's not. I have my little nippy nip here because I do have my little nippy nips from time to time. And after the day that I had / week, oh my God, my students were just bonkers, whooping our asses all day. I'm just like, I have bruises and stuff on my body, and I'm just like, bet. You know what? I signed up for this. It is what it is. I love my students, though. I really do. You know, it's funny because, like, I always say, I feel like we have Stockholm Syndrome, guys. Like, we literally get our asses kicked every day. And then say, but they're so cute. It's like, what? But no, seriously, they are awesome, though. I love those kids. Tell us more. I will gloat about my students all the time because I love them so much. Tell us more. Thank you. There we go. Looking you up, researching you, studying you, getting info. That's that fake account shit, right? So more of that internet energy, trying to maybe find out where you live. If, let's say, if you changed your number or anything like that, trying to figure out how to find your number. I'm getting stuff like that. Just to get more access to you, because it's clearly, let's say it's clearly, you know, a lack of access. And on the bottom of the deck, I just happened to look, we have dodging bullets, blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, and protected by haters. So it's like, you know, and that's on the bottom of, you know, associated with this looking you up card. Like, you know, this is like, whew, dodge that bullet, you know what I mean? Like, whatever this energy this person was on, you removed yourself from that. This is a person who wishes they still had access to you, but they don't. And it drives me nuts. This is a person who was a wolf in sheep's clothing. Now, it's in the reverse. You want to know why? Because this is a person who that's how they were, and then you saw through the bullshit. You saw who they really were, and you were like, yeah, I'm good on that. I don't think I want to be associated with that type of energy anymore. Let's get maybe 2 or 3 more from this card, and then this deck rather, and we're gonna start looking into the tarot and see what comes up. Thank you. Another card in a challenging position. They want to come in with some type of offer, and they are going to be kissing your ass when they do. Now, the thing is, I feel like, because it came out challenging, it's giving me that this is a person who, I can't even whistle, but I almost whistled. I can't whistle. Maybe that's a download. Perhaps this person whistles like songs or something, like a lot. Like everybody whistles who can whistle. I can't whistle, but like when I said what I was saying, I'm like, what the hell? I can't even whistle. What the hell? That sounded like I was about to. Like, so I don't know if this is a person who like maybe whistles when they like hear certain songs or something, like, or they walk around a lot and whistle. Like I'm getting like, you know, just like randomly like cleaning or doing the dishes or something like that, cooking, and they're just like whistling a song. I don't know why that like is standing out to me. I couldn't even like envision it. Interesting. But the point of the matter is, this is a person who's gonna be coming in, kissing your ass. For some of you, your favorite flower might be a tiger lily. Take that as it resonates as well. Um, I love tiger lilies in particular. I think that that might be my favorite flower. But it came out challenging, like I said. So it's like it's almost like they're gonna come back in your energy with like their tail between their legs. That's what I'm getting. Like they're gonna try their best to figure out how do they come back into your energy, so that they want to make sure that they're in your good graces when they try to come back. Because the thing is, it's like they know they screwed up, and they also know that you're not an idiot, and that you're not going to just take this person back and like, because it's clearly about love now that we've pulled a few cards. Okay, so we got 3 cards that came out today. Oh, four. All right, so I'm gonna read them. We have always partying. So this is somebody who likes to be in the social party scene. They go out a lot. It explains the card that we saw about the drugs. They might be into that type of thing, like parties, like high-end parties with like people who, do their thing, and I'm not one to judge. We have ego, hurt ego getting in the way of relationship, etc. So for some of you, maybe their ego was one of the things that pulled y'all away. It's like, okay, you're always in your your feelings about something, or you're always like worrying about what other people perceive or think of you, and it's affecting our relationship, and you don't care. You're not showing me that you actually give a goddamn. You know what I mean? But again, that dodging bullets card is here again. So, and that's on the main spread. So it's like, this is a person, like I said, for those of you who do resonate with this, definitely a party animal type energy, always out there doing whatever. Very egotistical, always worrying about what other people think about them. But the thing is, at the end of the day, they ain't shit. Now remember, these all came out together. So it's like, you ain't shit, but you want to be shit, but you don't do shit to show that you are shit. The shit. You know what I mean? It's like, well, I mean, I don't got time to be, wasting on a, I'm going to say it like this. A lot of y'all who end up watching this are more likely than not, are going to be women. So I don't got time to be raising a little man child. Like, get over yourself. Like, grow the fuck up. Act like you want this relationship and that you're going to put in the effort, because I don't have time for it otherwise. Like, what do I look like, waiting for you to grow up and change? That's the energy I'm getting. And then on the bottom of the deck, we do have an offer here. Remember I was saying something about, I don't know if like this person from like maybe you guys used to go get coffee or tea together, or maybe y'all will make it at home. I don't know. But maybe they're a barista, you're a barista. I don't know. But like I'm getting something about coffee or tea. That one of you guys like it, or maybe even both. We have scarcity tactics. So, I feel like for you guys are playing chess, not fucking checkers. You're not playing games. Like, that this person's coming in with an offer that is, a ploy, basically. That this person, again, ain't shit. So it's like you're not about to sit here and, allow somebody into your space again who is about to be on some bullshit. For what? Why would you do that? Right? Because you guys are smarter than that, right? We do have love on the brain in the middle of the deck. Dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, nostalgic. So this person is very nostalgic about you right now. They definitely are thinking about you like really, really heavy. And I'm gonna just throw this out there because this might be important for somebody who ends up watching at some point. This isn't gonna resonate with everybody, but I'm getting that for some of you, and this is where that divination abuser card kind of comes in for me. For some of you, if recently you started having, just put it out there, so trigger warning, You might not like the wording, but I'm going to say it anyway. Some of you might have been having dreams about sex and intimacy with this person. For some of you, they could be a Sagittarius or a Leo. Take that as it resonates, or you might have it in your chart. Take that as it resonates though. But what I'm getting at here is if you've been like having dreams recently about this person and engaging in physical activity with them, it could be because they're sending you what they would call sex magic. And a lot of times that shows up like in the form of dreams and things like that. That or they could be thinking about you a lot. They can be, I hate saying these kind of things on here. Like I know I have a little bit of a potty mouth, but even then I try to be somewhat like, tactful. Some of them might be pleasuring themselves to you. Take this all as it resonates. So if you've been feeling that type of energy, like a sexual energy geared towards a particular person who you thought like, I'm over this person, like where is this energy coming from? That's the reason why. Like I said, that's not gonna be for everybody. So don't say like, oh, this bitch don't know what she's talking about just because that part of the message doesn't resonate with you. Because it is a collective reading. So this is gonna resonate with people, or could resonate with people who are currently watching. It could resonate with people who watch later. So there's been people who watch one of my videos weeks later and they're like, oh, this all resonates. And I'm like, oh, wow. I thought maybe it wasn't going to resonate with anybody because it barely got any views and, any comments. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, All right, so let's just pull whatever kind of comes out from here. I'm not going to do a spread or anything. I just want to see what comes out. Clearest and most accurate messages, Spirit. Based off the energy we're already seeing here, what do we need to know? What else? All right, so we have King of Wands here. I almost saw King of Swords. It's interesting because the way that I'm looking at the card behind the King of Wands, there's like this little thing. It almost looked like a sword. So I thought it was the King of Swords at first, but it's the King of Wands. So some of you guys you might resonate with this being a person who is either a fire sign or an air sign, just because of the fact that I felt so drawn to saying air sign, even though it's a King of Wands. But again, take it as it resonates. There's something about this card that's giving me that. Yeah. So let's see what else comes up. What else for the collective? Thank you. Temperance. Remember I said before, this person might have Sagittarius in their chart. That was one of the first things I said earlier in the reading. Or what, not in the reading itself, but like when I started pulling from the tarot. I got that Strength card and I got that Temperance card. So again, for some of you, this person could have Sagittarius in their chart, or you might have it, or it could just be simply saying that like there's this sense of finding peace and balance in your life. And you're protecting your peace with this 9 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Like you're protecting your peace. You're like, yeah, and that's where that unfazed energy is. You're in your zen. You're like, yeah, fuck all that nonsense. Like, what the hell do I look like allowing this person back into my life who put me through all that? What? Exactly. Like I feel like I might still have something kind of stuck to me myself. But then I also ask myself, is that more just me being like overly analytical? Because I do have air in my chart, a lot of air in my chart, in fact. So I get a little nervous about that because I'm like, is this really me or is this like something else? We do have 2 of Swords here, so that's about decisions. Really having to take the rose-colored, lenses off and see things for what it is, in order to find your peace. I'm also getting that you guys might have had to kind of like find like a period of rest when it came to this situation. Would you look at that? These cards came out together for a reason, and they fell the way that they fell for a reason as well. All right, so remember I said earlier, I feel like this is a karmic. So we got that King of Wands here again, along with the Lover's card, along with Justice in the reverse. This was a karmic. Now, granted, this is a person that you were meant to meet, right? Because that's what karmics are. Karmic soulmates, whatever way you would like to look at it or word it. These are people who you are meant to meet, and it's so that you can learn lessons that need to be learned in order to come into union with the right person. So it's almost like you're being prepared for like the person you're meant to be with if you haven't met that person yet. But the thing is, this person is still lingering and they're still in your energy in some kind of way. So, you know, it's annoying because it's like, you know, I feel like you guys are well past it, but this person is still feeding off of you some kind of way. They want to come in and communicate. And they're enthusiastic about this shit. Page of Wands. Like, they feel like, oh, I could go back to the collective energy and just say, oh, you know, I could say whatever I want. They could come in, you know, with sorry if you guys don't like cuss words and stuff like that. I could come in with my dick in my hand and I will be fine. You know what I mean? This Knight of Wands in the reverse and the top of the deck. It's like, you know, this is a person who's very flighty. This is a person who was where I saw that Wands energy to begin with that King of Wands. So this is like somebody who's very, you know, passionate, but it's like a wham bam thank you ma'am kind of situation. It's like, you know, they come in for what they want and then they leave. And it's like they're in and out, but because of the feelings or the passion, it's like it makes it very hard to just say, okay, yeah, I'm all set on that. But I do feel like you guys had to make that decision in order to restore balance in your life. Yeah, as I say, decision. Two of Wands is here in the middle of the deck, so you guys knew that there's a decision that had to be made in order to, you know, move on and say, okay, I'm trying to find peace in my life. I'm trying to restore this peace. I'm not trying to keep on bringing myself down further and further down the damn rabbit hole and be involved with somebody who doesn't even treat me well, right? Who knows? Who freaking knows? Because these people, man, when they show up and show out. And I'm just like, I just hope that, you know, that these people who are trying to be in our energy, and I'm going to say our, because I know that my energy shows up in these readings sometimes too. I am essentially a part of the collective as the reader, so some of this stuff is for me towards like some of my past energy and stuff like that. And I can tell you right now that some of this makes perfect sense to me. Not all of it, but, you know, some of it I relate to. And I'm just like, wow. You know, but to see that there's other people going through something so similar, right? Or have gone through it before, you know, but it's still lingering. That's the whole point. So we do have Five of Swords. Now this is about somebody who wants to win at all costs, right? This is a very sneaky, conniving ass person. It technically came out in the not the reverse, the challenging position. So it's giving me that, again, it's like that energy of you saw through the bullshit. You rejected their offers eventually. This Four of Cups. I don't know why I said Four of Wands. Perhaps for some of you, this could have been a family dynamic. This is not going to resonate with everybody, but for some of you, it could have been that. Maybe that's why I was so, like, drawn to say Four of Wands. So it could have been like, you know, you guys lived together. You might have had kids. You might have even been married. Take that as it resonates. So that's not going to be for everybody. But yeah, it's this, you know, this person was very sneaky, and it's like you knew that you had to kind of reject their offers eventually and say, you know what, I gotta do what I gotta do. And it probably was because of third party situations with this Three of Cups on the top of the deck. We saw that energy earlier. So yeah, it allowed you to say, okay, I'm going to take a leap of faith here and I'm going to go in a new direction. I'm not going to sit here and keep on, you know, being, you know, second best or, you know, getting played for, you know, a fool, no pun intended, being in competition with other people, so on and so forth, knowing that I'm the shit. Like, why am I allowing myself to continue to get used and abused and mistreated by a person who don't have their shit together. They're all fucked up. And I'm not saying it like in a judgmental way either. I'm just saying like they're not where you're at, you know? It's like this person, I'm getting this for some of you. I feel like for some of you, you guys were already like on your healing journey and your healing path to begin with. And then you met this person, you gave them a chance, and then you saw all the shit come out. And it's like, fuck, I need to stop being so trusting in people. I'm getting something along those lines. Like, I don't feel like you had this type of stuff going on within yourself. I think this is like this person started bringing this shit into your life, you know? And, you know, like I can say for myself, you know, this is like going on 3 years ago now, right? Yeah, going on 3 years ago. Like I had a very similar situation to what I just said. This person was certainly a karmic. I thought I was healed. I thought I was like doing great, blah, 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 blah. This person comes around. I'm thinking, you know, because they knew a family member or because I knew them for like way back, like way back. And that like they're good looking. They seem like we had so many similar interests, all this stuff, like our music taste and things like that. I'm like, okay, this is actually looking kind of good. This is sounding kind of good. And then we started to date, and everything was fine until I started seeing the possession. And or sorry, not possession, but maybe spirit wanted me to say it that way. Maybe they were possessed in some kind of way. Remember that divination card, right? Maybe somebody put something on them. I don't know. All I'm gonna say is this: the sense of possession in him winking to me started to show. Motherfucker was crazy. And like me being a Sagittarius woman, I'm not gonna go for that. I'm like, you said what? You told me what? You're gonna start clocking me? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's not happening. Um, is there a ring on my finger that's not my class ring, motherfucker? Like, fuck you. Who do you think you're talking to? Okay, so I had to tell him in so many words many times, and like, you know, it caused a lot of friction. And I say all that just to make the point that sometimes like another person's problems become your problems. You take on another person's karmas and things like that when you allow them into your life, knowing that something ain't right, knowing that that person's not for you. And you know, maybe sometimes our hearts are a little too good, right? We're too caring, we're too generous. And then we welcome people into our lives who are not really meant to be there. But sometimes it happens because we're meant to learn a lesson. I will say that was my situation. Sorry to go off on a tangent, but you know, I felt like that was kind of important to, you know, talk about because I was getting that energy for somebody who might end up watching this. Like I said, with like the drugs and all that, I'm like, I'm getting that's not even y'all. Like I feel like you guys are mad peaceful and got your shit together, all that. Not judging anybody who has chemical dependencies and things like that, or as you said, they're working on because we all have different things. But I'm just simply saying that I feel like that's not your energy there, and this is a person who might have started trying to put that stuff into your life some kind of way, and then you had to remove yourself. That's what I was trying to get at. So we do have the moon here, so I'm getting like secrets, right? Secrets. Um Things coming to light. But I also feel like you guys are highly intuitive. I'm getting that. Um like it's one of those kind of things like they couldn't really get one over on you even if they wanted to. Yeah, because the thing is this, it's like between you being intuitive and things coming to the light, you decided to close out that cycle. There's a lot of major arcanas on the table, by the way. Got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we got a lot of major arcana out here. Yeah, another one too. And the thing is this, like, in order to close out that old cycle, it took a lot. This was not something that was easy where he was just like, oh yeah, fuck that motherfucker. Like, but like, no, it was not like that. It was, wow, this is hard. I care about this person. How do I just release them? You know, between the fear of what comes after, or you know, the feelings that you have for this person, any hidden things within yourself that you had to work on. All of those things, I think, kind of, you know, were involved in order for you to work on making the decision, the conscious decision to say, okay, I'm going to remove myself from this situation and close out this cycle. Yeah, it took a lot to release this. It took a lot to flee the scene with this Knight of Wands, or sorry, Knight of Swords in the middle of the deck here. You know, it took some work. It took some actual effort to say, okay, yeah, I'm good on this. I'm not gonna keep playing these games with this person and, you know, getting my feelings hurt, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Whatever your situation was, like you knew that there was like too much going on. And the funny thing is, this is a person who you put a lot of effort into, but they were stingy like a motherfucker with this King of Pentacles here. And it's in reverse. Like, they were somebody who were like, you know, it's one of those situations where you would jump into the ocean for them. They would barely put a damn toe into a fucking puddle for you. Like, not even like their foot, like a toe. They're like, I'm not gonna want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, damn, like, can you be there for me the way I'm there for you? Like, really? That, if it's not that, then it's that they financially, they're all fucked up, or they, you know, have always been like financially fucked up. And again, you were smart enough to flee the scene. Knight of Swords, you were like, yeah, nah, I'm good. You know, and when you did, it was a quick decision. It was not one of those things where you had, like, I'm not gonna say you didn't think about it, but what I'm gonna say is, when you made the final call to do it, like, you're like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm not doing this shit anymore. I'm not. You know, I put too much time and effort. Yeah, you're like, I'm moving on to new things. You know, this Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck after the Seven of Pentacles. It's like, you know, I've invested so much time and energy into this. It's time for something new. And, you know, the thing is, it's like you have this sense of passion about whatever you're moving towards, or whatever's coming towards you, what you're welcoming into your life, because you've manifested this with this Magician card here in the middle of the deck. This is something you're manifesting. I'm also getting that for some of you, this King of Pentacles in the reverse was also like a trickster. They used to know how to, like, you know, be very manipulative and play games with your mind, your money. Like, even though, like, this is the King of Pentacles, so it's about mostly money and monetary stuff, I'm still getting, like, this is a person who, they knew how to, like, how can I put it? They knew just how to pull on your heartstrings just enough to know, like, how to manipulate you. So, like, maybe, for instance, let's say if you wanted something super stable, right? You wanted like a stable relationship. You wanted, you know, to be, you know, in a situation or whatever, a relationship where, you know, you guys know what's going on. You guys share responsibilities, but like all that stuff, right? You know, whatever a stable relationship looks like to you, because it's going to look like a different thing for every person. But let's say that's what you wanted with this person. This is a person who, they would, like, do just enough to keep you around, but it was like the bare minimum, if that, the bare minimum. And then they would always have excuses for everything else. They would hold on to stuff, and that's how they would manipulate, because they'll do just enough to keep you around, but not enough to, like, make it stick, if that makes any sense. I know that's a weird way of wording it, but that's kind of what I'm getting with this person. Tell me more. Like, it wasn't really a lot of emotions involved, at least not for them. Like, you might have had feelings for them and stuff, but I feel like this person was very, like, just, like, everything's about appearances with this person. I feel like they cared more about what people thought about them and stuff like that, as opposed to what the relationship looked like for the two of you, type of thing. I'm getting something like that. Yeah. And see, the thing is, they fucked themselves, because we got the Five of Pentacles here. So they're going through a lot of financial hardships. Remember I said with that King of Pentacles in the reverse like that, I was already kind of getting that their money probably fucked up. And it's because they picked the wrong situation to be in. The Three of Pentacles is in the reverse on the top of the, not on the top of the deck, that came out together, but it's in the reverse position. So that's about a lack of teamwork. This is a person who, again, their sense of not putting out enough effort When other people are putting their, like, every part of their being into something, this person doesn't do that. This is a person who is very, very controlling in that way. They know exactly how to keep you stuck in a way so that you feel like, oh, well, I'm supposed to be partnered with this person. Let's say if you have kids with this person. That's not going to be for everybody, but let's say you have kids with this person. Sorry. Kids with this person. Talking faster than I can get the words out. Let's say if you have kids with this person. This is a person who, again, they know how to be manipulative enough to the point where they're like, okay, they'll say something maybe like, let's say you decide you want to leave with the kids. And it's like they'll say something like, oh, you think you could really make it work with the kids by yourself? It's like, oh, can I? And it makes you think. That's what I'm saying. Like, this person, even though, like, because the King of Pentacles technically is an earth sign, you just said Capricorn, there you go. So it's like, and Capricorns are fucking stubborn. I have Capricorn in my chart, so I can tell you that for a fact. We are stubborn as shit. So that's actually my moon sign. So it's like Capricorns are a piece of goddamn work. So, just saying, look at all those Pentacle cards that just came out together, right? It's like this person knew how to use finances as a way to manipulate. So it's just pretty wild. Pretty fucking wild. Tell us more. Let's get a few more from here before we pull some more cards and then close out. The Magician. So, the Magician usually is a pretty good card. Let's see what's associated with. Okay. So I actually feel like the energy with that card in particular right now, at this time, is actually pretty good because we do have the Eight of Wands. That's about very fast moving energy. It could represent physically moving, because I did see the moving card in the other deck, but it didn't show up in the main spread. And we have Four of Wands. So remember I said for some of you this could involve like a cohabitating situation, whether it was in the form of a marriage or y'all just lived together. Some of y'all had kids with this person. Take it as it resonates. But, it's basically saying like, you're manifesting being able to have that type of life. And yeah, there's still some healing that's going on with this Five of Cups in the top of the deck. But, even with like the sadness and stuff, there's a lot of positive energy here that shows that, yeah, you're manifesting this. This is something that you want. And the thing is, as you continue to work on yourself and you heal and you do what you have to do to show that you're ready for this, because I do believe that, the higher power, God, whatever you want to call them, the universe, whatever, when you show them that you're actually ready for what it is that you're manifesting and asking for, that's when it comes towards you. When you're still vibrating in not the highest place in your life, you're gonna kind of see reminders of what you still need to work on. I personally feel like that's where I am. Even me doing what I do, like, I help a lot of people, help themselves, but sometimes I still, need a little bit of help too. There's a reason why sometimes I have to go to great readers myself and, say, hey, can you give me some feedback about this? You know what I mean? Give me a little guidance here. You know what I mean? Like, even I need that. No one's perfect, right? We all have things that we need to, work on and, look into in order to go where we're trying to go and, really understand where we currently are. So I do feel like a lot of you, like I said, are working on these things. It's just taking time. And it's not happening overnight. But the reason why I personally feel is because, you might still have to show your higher power, whatever you believe in, that you're still kind of working on these things. And the more that you start showing that you're ready, that's when you start seeing those changes start to happen. Hey, how are you? I appreciate that. I appreciate the new subscribe, and I do also appreciate you liking the page. I will say, however, that I see that you did ask, can you ask a question? This is just a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everybody. But I do hope that, what does pop up resonates with you. If you want to book a reading with me, however, I do have like good prices and deals that I do with new clients. My information is in the description box and on my channel if you're interested. But yeah, this is just a collective reading right now, though. But yeah, we do have the world. And I mean, like I said before, there's so many major arcanas, right? This sense of really manifesting the things that you want at this time, and that you, not even that you want. The thing with that want word is it's like not everything that you want is good for you, right? Let's keep that in mind. So think of it like this. You're showing right now that not only do you want this, but you've earned this. This is not just, oh, I want this, I want this, I want this. This is a period after a lot of sadness, a lot of disappointments, and now it's like, okay, damn, I've been through a lot. And that's the truth. The spirit is like, yep, absolutely. You got your sense of clarity, and they see that you're doing what you need to do. You found that inner strength. We saw that card early on in the reading. Some of you might have Leo in your chart. You're finding that sense of strength within yourself to do the things that you need to do in order to welcome in the things that are starting to come towards you. And there's definitely things coming through. So I'm going to pull from this deck. Yeah, kind of toppled over. So pull a few from here. Ah, look at that. I like that already. Pink diamond, a rare opportunity or find, one-of-kind love, unique creative expression, wealth, and prosperity, along with leadership, high influence in business, stepping into a leadership role. You know your value and self-worth using logic over emotions. Those came out together when I when I split the deck. So we're already seeing that there's like these new opportunities coming towards you, and the reason why are these things coming towards you, you ask, right? It's because you've taken control over your life, and you said, okay, bet. Like, I've been through all these things, or I've encountered all these different things, and now it's time to say, okay, it's time for me to actually say, this is what I want to do. I want to show that I'm ready. I want to show that I'm worthy of what it is I ask for. I'm getting something along those lines. I love that energy for you, because this is, it just shows like how special you guys are. Like, it's not like, just this, like, everybody says, oh, we're all special, such a cliche thing to say, you know what I mean? But like, there's like literally something so much more, like something about you that really shines through and shows the world how special you are, if that makes any sense. Yes, exactly. I love that card. I love that card. I love this deck. I stopped using it for a little while because at one point I think I was the divination abuser, and I was doing like so many readings about this person who I was really interested in when it came to love, and I just like I used this deck a lot. And granted, and I'm so done. You said past that. Yeah, that's my little nippy nip. I'll pass it energetically. Tick tack. But yeah, so like, I used to use this deck a lot, and then I felt like I really had to do a strong cleansing on it to like get it to be completely cleansed, because I felt like that energy was so stuck in these cards. Like every time I did a reading, I felt like it was my energy showing up. I'm like, I'm not going to use these on other people, because I feel like that's too much me, and I'm too attached to that now. But now I've released that energy, and I'm like, yeah, no. If me and that person are meant to be together, it's fine. It'll happen in due time. Now, remember, at some point I did say, for some of you, there might be children involved. But I'm getting I'm getting more than one message, actually. All right, so some of you, like this whole situation that we just talked about, kids might be involved. For others of you, it could be saying that you need to work on your inner child. For others of you, because I guess I'm getting more than one download, perhaps this person was very childlike, and that was part of the reason why things didn't work out. I'm getting that as well. Excuse me. That could be it for some of you with the burp. So we have a couple of cards that came out together, and this is giving me that energy we saw earlier with that Fool card. So there's a, this sense of, getting out of your comfort zone and taking a risk, with this dice card, and it came out with the bridge card. You had to take a risk in order to go into this next phase of life, and transition into this, taking that leap of faith and saying, okay, you know what? I know what I want to do, and I know what I have to do at this point, and I'm not going to keep on pussyfooting around the idea about it anymore. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm getting that. Yeah, and of course, I already said this more than once. There was some sadness and disappointment and stuff that was associated with this. This is like the Five of Cups energy, But the thing is, again, once you make that conscious decision or have made that conscious decision, because a lot of this is just like fear-based with that Moon card on the bottom of the deck, right? You had to intuitively do what you had to do, right? And look what came with that, or is about to come with that, a rare gift. So, just understand that, taking this leap of faith and moving into a new phase of life, allowing yourself to do this, is going to yield really positive results because you've done the work, right? Yeah. Now, this card technically came out in the reverse. We have unfinished. It was in the reverse. This cycle is closed out. There's no pieces left to figure out where it goes. There's no more of that trying to make the puzzle pieces fit. That's all done. It's all set. Tell us more. Let's get maybe 2 or 3 more from this deck. Business. So we have business. So that's all about entrepreneurship. Some of you might be entrepreneurs, or you're thinking about starting a business. You're trying to figure out how to start a business. You have some ideas. They're saying this is a great time to focus on that. Get that money situation right. Focusing on yourself. This could be a dream of yours for some of you. You're going after your dream, or what you've been feeling called to do. You might, didn't I say something about some of y'all might be having some interesting dreams as of lately? I said that earlier. Now, I was talking about this person might be dreaming about you and sending you some type of magic, if you know what I mean. But in other cases, Ren, don't start. In other cases, for some of you, take it as it resonates, you might be having a lot of downloads and dreams about whatever it is when it comes to business. Now, that's going to be for somebody in particular. Take it as it resonates. It won't be for everybody. We do have the devil here, too, on the top of the deck. So we talked about the dependencies and all that stuff. We got that energy several times in this reading. Yeah. Working on the shadow self. Yeah, so the thing is this. I feel like they're saying keep focusing on your dreams and aspirations. This person might come in with a love offer. We have love offer in the middle of the deck. But just understand that you have to, in order to go where you're trying to go, you have to be able to use your discernment and know what's worthy of being in your energy. Whom and what is worthy of being in your energy. Because you're trying to fix and work on yourself right now. Fix is not the right word. I don't like that word. You're focused on yourself and you're strengthening yourself. There we go. So we're working away from that, right? We're cutting that out. So this is a time to focus on business. And whether that's literal or figuratively speaking, either way, you're working on yourself right now because there's a lot of potential here for you. Whatever it is that I just heard, Midas touch, whatever you touch turns to gold. If you want it, you got it. Wrench. Let's get one more from here. Thank you. And travel. So some of you might be getting ready to travel. or have physically distanced yourself away from that person situation. For some of you, they're saying you should travel. Some, I know that I need to get the fuck up out of Connecticut because I haven't been out of Connecticut in a very long time. Look at that. So we have karma. I'm not gonna read the whole card, but we do have karma, and then we have surrender in the reverse here. So it's like, we did see the hanged man in reverse, same energy. It's like there's certain things that might, be hard to release and let go of, but once you realize that those are the things that have been holding you back, it allows you to move forward. So let's get like 2 or 3 from here, and then that will be the end of the reading. All right, so we have support team. 2 minds are better than 1, 3 minds are better than 2, and 4 minds are unstoppable. So this is a time to focus. Remember that energy of people, or like, yeah, some of you might be getting ready to work on like a business venture of some sort. I'm just saying, like, think about that, right? Like, business ventures, meeting people who are part of your soul tribe, stuff like that is what I'm kind of getting here. So focus on that. Pay attention to that, right? I like that. Florida is waiting. I have family down there, and I just saw all ones across the screen just a second ago, so that might be something. I'm going to put these back, though. Yeah, so that's important. I'm going to factor that. If I were to tell y'all when the last time I had an actual, like a real vacation was, y'all would be like, no fucking way. So, last time I had a real vacation was 2005. Not 15, but 5. 2005. Okay? Think about that. That's damn near 20 years ago. Alright, so we have soulmate here. It says, this relationship is a match made in heaven. And it is in the upright. So I do feel like it's letting you know that, like, the next person that, might come into your energy in terms of love could possibly be like somebody who's like a part of your big time soul tribe and like your support team, all that. They're going to really be somebody who you connect with. I'm also getting that because keep in mind that like every soulmate is not necessarily a romantic partner. It could just be saying these people who are in your support team or your soul tribe, I'm getting, are your soulmates. These are people who you've already met in other lifetimes in the past, if you believe in that kind of thing. And these are people who are meant to be in your life. So just pay attention and focus on that too, because these are people who you really want to start connecting with. And look at that, another card about the very same energy. Soul group. You're getting ready to reunite. Sorry, can't talk. You are getting ready to unite. Let's say reunite. Unite with members of your soul family. So there's a lot of this energy here, of this energy of people who you're meant to meet. So pay attention to that, okay? Because this is important right now. This is really important. And we have wishful thinking. You are learning how to manifest the life that you desire. With that magician card, it makes a lot of sense to me. So yeah, there are definitely people coming into your life right now that you're meant to meet. So just be mindful of that. If the connections feel strong and you feel like, wow, I'm really hitting it off with this person. Like we're like-minded individuals. I feel like we bounce these ideas off of each other. This is awesome. Especially if you guys are like getting ready to work on a business or something like that, or already working on one. Pay attention to that. Like my girl Lati, that's a prime example of somebody who if it, like there's a few people in fact, but she's like the one that sticks out in my mind currently. Like, if you guys, I'm sure, have seen her pop up. Her screen name here is Tears and Wheat Tarot and Tarot Show, and she's amazing at what she does. And she had me on her live on her Facebook page before, and it was really cool to do an interview. I never did that before, so I was like, wow. And we met here, doing what we do with the tarot. We caught each other's pages, and we are like, or channels, whatever, and we're like, wow, I like how they read. Like, because our reading styles are different, but kind of the same. Like our energies are so similar when it comes to like the stuff we read about. So I'm just using this as an example of, once you start meeting people who are part of your soul tribe, or your soul family, you'll figure it out. You'll pick up on it. We got another card about leadership here. Natural born leader, and this might be something. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. There's one person in the room, one person who liked, and then there's 1111 on here. So 11 on here. So 1111 might be very important to you right now. That's all about new beginnings and really good karma as well. It says you were born to lead others. It's a part of your life's path. So if you've been seeing 1111 a lot, your guides have been talking to you. Pay attention. You're meant to lead others and help others at this time. And it's a part of your journey. It is a part of your journey. It says the journey. You are learning that every challenge you face has a hidden gift inside. So, you had to go through certain things in life in order to get to where you are currently. And yeah, those journeys or parts of your journey had to be a little bit difficult, right? But the thing is, there's no testimony without a test, right? You have to go through the things that you go through in order to become stronger, grow. Think about what we have to do when we work out. If you really know like what working out is and what it entails, like you literally are breaking down your muscles, like the fibers of your muscles, and you're making like calluses and stuff. And as I'm touching my little gun here, I'm like, oh, it's getting kind of hard because I've been working out. So I'm like, oh, okay, little gun. I'm not even holding anything heavy or anything. Okay, just trying to show through a little bit. Okay, but no, seriously, like, but that's what we do, right? Now, if my butt muscles could do that a little bit more, that would be really nice. But so I say that to say, when we're working out, right, we're literally building muscle. And how do you build muscle? You break down the muscle fibers, and then they have to heal themselves. They become calloused basically and harden onto themselves until it's a bigger muscle. That's how a muscle works, or building muscle works. That's how working out works. So think about it like that. Every time you go through these trials and tribulations in life, and I know this is a really weird analogy, but I think it makes sense. I hope it makes sense. So when you're, learning the lessons you have to learn in life, you're going through the trials and tribulations, you realize that all those experiences had to be, they had to happen in order for you to learn whatever you had to learn to progress and move on to the next phase. It's just a building block, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Hi, John V. So this is just a collective reading. I'm not doing private or personal readings at this time. However, my email is in the description box if you would like to book a personal reading, and I have some really cool promos going on at this time. So just reach out to me if you're interested. What do we have in the middle of the deck? We have creative projects. Look at that. So ironically enough, 2 people here in the room, 2 likes. Number 22. So you might have been seeing 2222. As of lately, it says it's time to get things done. Make your creative projects a priority right now. So yeah, this is very cool. I like it. So like I said, remember I was saying before, this is a time to, you went through all these different things, and these things were not fun. They kind of sucked. And it's like, well, now what? And it's like, basically Spirit is like saying, you're doing great. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, you have to, heal and do some stuff. I feel like a lot of you have actually kind of gotten past that phase. So now you're just manifesting. You're getting ready to welcome love into your life, new love. Um, getting your money situation right, meeting people in your life who are meant to be there, who um I'm getting like you know, equally yoked relationships, equal give and take, not take, give. You know what I mean? Like it's actually going to be like that nice energy of back and forth, weighted out energy, not this, always feeling like you're overextending and overpouring into other connections. I'm also getting, for some of you, if you're still working on that part of things, because I definitely have my moments, um, learning the fine art of saying no. When people overstep. You have to learn how to say no, because sometimes it's hard, especially when you care about people and you have a good heart and you want to be there for everybody, but not everybody wants the same for you, right? So it's about finding balance and knowing, hey, I put myself out there for people a lot, right? And I'm saying, when I say, I know I'm pointing at myself, like I'm saying it like this is me too, but like I'm saying it like as if I'm you guys. Like you guys probably put yourselves out there a lot for people and don't always get back what you deserve. And it's like all relationships should have an equal give and take. Think about what work is, right? Like when we go to work, like our time and our expertise is exchanged for monetary gain, right? It's an exchange. Nobody should be doing anything to you know, just because. Like, now, if you're volunteering your time or something, that's different. But I'm talking about relationships in life. I'm not talking about volunteering. Like, you're doing that because you want to, not because these are people in your life who you're saying to yourself, oh, well, you're in my life. And I love you. I'm just going to give you everything. Like, no. Where's the equal give and take? Where's the exchange? Now, I'm not saying like you shouldn't do anything just from the goodness of your heart. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is you have to be very cognizant of the people who you have in your energy, because some people are not. I saw 11 ones all across the board. So spirit is like, yep, you're right. um they want you to know that this is a time to focus on, again, pouring into yourself more, and relationships that make you feel restored and don't make you feel depleted. I just saw my camera do some weird shit just now. So there's some confirmation there too. So I say all of that just to make the point that, you guys are definitely on the right path, but just understand the importance of, making sure that the same energy that you're putting out, you're also getting back. That's very important right now, because I think that really was the premise of a lot of this, is you overextended into connections that were not beneficial at all for you, and you got hurt, and you got the shitty end of the stick so many times. I just heard sirens in the background. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys could pick up on it, but yeah, they're coming from over here. So like, I'm just saying, like, you guys have earned it. Now it's about, do you realize what your worth is? The universe is already saying, oh, you deserve this, but do you realize that you deserve it, right? Do you understand your worth? Do you understand how special and unique you are, right? Remember that pink diamond card we saw earlier? That's you guys. You are the rare opportunity. You are the rare opportunity in other people's lives that you don't always give yourself credit for. Think about that. How many times have you thought that to yourself, where you say, I'm that person? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking for that in other people. No, 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 no. I'm not in a cocky way, but like, you guys have to start seeing that in yourself and say, damn, I'm fucking awesome. I'm a loving, giving, healing, kind-hearted person, and I pour so much into people, but do I always get that in return? That's where the real ticket is here, right? Knowing who you are, knowing your worth. Just saying. Easier said than done. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because I definitely can struggle with that myself. But yeah, I feel like that's the big thing here. So with all that said, I love you guys so very much. I think I might go on again in the next like half hour or so. Not 100% sure though. So just in case I do decide, if you guys are new to the channel, you might want to hit the notification bell, because if I do go on, at least you guys will know. So I'm gonna go use the bathroom and cleanse the space, and I'll decide if I'm gonna go on again. But I do love you guys so very much. I appreciate the new people who are here. You guys are awesome. And I'm so happy that you guys decided to subscribe, and check out the other content on the page. You might see something that you really resonate with. So what I'm thinking about doing next, if this tickles your fancy at all, this is going to be a little bit more spiritually based. I was thinking, and like spiritual gifts kind of stuff. I was thinking about possibly doing like intuitive messages that might help you when it comes to your spiritual journey slash your spiritual gifts at this time. How am I going to put that all into just a title? Don't know, because they don't give you enough characters, but I am thinking about doing something along those lines. I'm getting it like erratic out of nowhere. I don't know where that just came from. So maybe that's like spirit's way of saying, yes, please do it. There might be a really, really good message coming through. So yeah, I think I might do it. Just give me like the next 20 minutes to a half hour just to kind of cleanse and get myself right and start again. All right, so I love you guys so very much, and until next time, possibly the next half hour. Love you guys. Bye.